Mr. Luthor was attacked in his own home. That triggered a quest on the scale of the Da Vinci Code. Fasten your seatbelts as we recap Smallville's episode titled Quest. Turns out that whoever attacked Lex carved a couple symbols in his chest. Workaholic Jimmy happened to be in the right place at the right time to take pictures. He took them to Chloe, who in turn took them to Clark.
What does it say?
They're symbols. One for traveler and the other for savior.
But if you look a little deeper...
Right there where the symbols overlap. Chloe creates a third symbol, sanctuary.
The patron saint of travelers is St. Christopher. There's only one St. Christopher's Cathedral on this continent, and it's in Montreal.
And off to Montreal it is. In the meantime, Lex hired an expert in antiquities to decipher the meaning behind his souvenir from Switzerland.
This piece was designed by a renowned German watchmaker named Dietrich Brauer.
And this expert uncovers the first clue of this quest.
Rumors swirled that an unknown patron had commissioned him to make not a watch, but a magnificent clock. Swan posthumously donated the standard to a church, St. Christopher's Cathedral in Montreal, Quebec.
Clark makes it to the cathedral and meets Edward Teague, the last surviving member of Veritas.
I've waited a lifetime for this moment. To serve the traveler.
But things head in a different direction when Edward realizes that Clark isn't really into fulfilling his destiny of becoming the savior.
You don't want to fulfill your destiny. You don't even want to save yourself.
Luckily, Jimmy's on a roll with his symbols investigation. He comes upon an image that sets Chloe in motion.
It just looks like a guy in a doorway to me.
Well, sure, it looks that way. But according to the #1 website on primitive pictography, it's actually a human sacrifice.
Yes, Mr. Teague is fully prepared for a Kryptonian sacrifice.
You let the secret of Veritas fall into the wrong hands. This is the only way to guarantee you don't come under someone else's control.
Lex then enters the cathedral and finds the clock masterpiece. And just as he gets the next clue, a devoted monk enters to complete his mission.
The world can exist only in balance. If there is no traveler, there can be no destroyer.
Chloe gets to Montreal and saves Clark right in the nick of time. He manages to stop the Luthor versus Teague fight while destroying the clock, but it may have been just a little too late. And that melody that came from the clock inspires some cheerful childhood memories in Lex.
When I was learning to play the piano, my father made me play it over and over.
According to the literature, there was a small town built up around a castle. Until some wealthy American bought the castle, hauled it back to the U.S.
So the last piece of the puzzle is at Lex's home. And after singing that little Scottish tune a little more, Lex figures out exactly where it's at.
From the left to the right again.
Tonight's the grand season finale of Smallville, and I'm betting it's going to keep us glued to our seats. So make sure you don't miss Smallville at 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock Central on the CW. I'm Jason C.